All right, guys, we're gonna continue with the Legion issue number 2. We're gonna, continue where we left off in issue number 1. In this one that you probably watched. If not, check it out on my YouTube channel, subscribe, and all that YouTube jazz. So, without further ado, let's dive in. So, in the last issue, we see that the Legion's transport vehicle has been blown up. And it seems that these guys that are working for the government here are doing some investigation, maybe looking for the Legion. And I must immediately say, yeah, this is an eye catcher. Anyway, but these are all superpowered beings, and also Mon-El is part of them. But I think that Mon-El is a little bit out of the loop what's happening here. Anyway, so they are investigating the antimatter charge, and then they figured out that the Legion is still alive because they have some energy reading, some kind of a force wall here. And so I think, hey, they survived, right? They must be happy. Well, no, actually they're pretty angry. Now the reason for that is that they suspect that these guys, along with their boss, is responsible for the explosion, right? So Imra here is she said that she saw that. Because she is telepathic, that their boss, Leland McCauley, wants them dead. For reasons. I don't know why, but, we're going to find out eventually. Anyway, there's some battles here. I don't like Wildfire's outfit, but he's pretty strong, but still. He has also some kind of a jetpack behind his back, which weird. I don't know, the whole choices of this design is weird. I know they are all maybe have different Brainiac looks a little bit different. Well, not much, basically, but mostly Wildfire here. Not familiar with Kid Quantum, by the way. Maybe she's the new kid on the block. Who knows? Anyway, so he's a teleporter, teleports him away, but then he's getting attacked by Umbra, also as Shadow Lass. I mean, Umbra's a stupid name. Anyway, so she says, "What did you do to him?" "I avoided him, then bring him back." "Oh, I will snap." Well, get a little bit violent here, right? But then it seems that her powers are disappearing. It says, "How can that be?" So this guy says, "Well, you don't worry about that. It's the least of your problems." So Brainiac is here sitting there in the corner, watching and calculating, etc. Maybe try to come up with some counter move. But then he has been attacked by this guy called from, this guy comes from Brawl, just like Cosmic Boy. And Cosmic Boy is, can manipulate metal. Is it metals? Or molecules from metals? I'm not entirely sure, but I believe so. Anyway, just like Magneto, but then less powerful. But, the Brainiac has a force field, right? And then Quantum Kid is getting attacked by this girl called what's her name? Twine. And it seems that her powers can drain people's strength, and yeah, even Wildfire comes then back from the void, but he is also drained because he's made of antimatter. So Imra joins in and he says, "Hey, we need to regroup." And then she is doing the Jean Grey stuff, manipulating people's minds and also activating people's powers. And he's this guy's telekinetic power, he needs to have them in check, otherwise it goes, like this. So she activates his or deactivates his control system, to keep the powers in check, and then the whole, system. I'm not sure if this is some kind of a catacombs or pipes or whatever. It breaks. Crashes. Debris is crashing into each other, right? And they escaped, right? So these guys want to go after them. I like this mask, and well, it's not really a mask, but this visor, whatever it is. Nice. Meanwhile, in the presidential tower, so this is the big guy who runs the place, and he says, "I thought you people were supposed to be good, Venge. With respect, Mr. President, they are. These young legionnaires are proving as durable as their reputation." They are an alpha level threat to this administration, but the Oversight Watch will eliminate them. This was supposed to be a quick, clean disappearance, then a cover story that they had to all return to their homeworlds for long overdue reunions. More than enough time before anyone realized that they were missing instead. Now they're loose in the subsurface levels of Metropolis. Get down there and take personal charge, Venge. And no more hitches. Venge like revenge. Haha. Haha. Vengeance. Oh man. It's lame. Anyway, so Monel, I believe he's his personal bodyguard, and he says, hey, can I go join my friends? I haven't seen them in a long time. But he says, well, but they still need to debrief and go through debriefing, and I cannot go outside with my personal bodyguard, so you need to be at my side at all times. So he agrees with that, well, not willingly. Anyway, so they are here now at the private subsurface level. Earth government owned would be their guess. And so it seems that, damn, what is this helmet, man? It looks so bad. All right, so people are, trying to collect themselves, and even Umbra is quiet. And she says, my dark field has left me. I have no explanation for it, just a gnawing emptiness where the spirits of my world's ancestors once dwell. I think something has happened to Talok 7, something bad. Talok 7, not sure what it is. Is that a planet or something? I don't have the other volumes. Well, I have some of the other volumes, but I don't have all of them. So I don't know what. Maybe I'm reviewing this in the wrong order, but it doesn't matter, right? We can continue. We can guess what's going on. Maybe it's explained. Maybe not. But it seems that Saturn Girl also said there is. It seems that Garth had made a sacrifice, and I believe that was Lightning Lass. If I'm sorry, I'm misremembering, or Lightning Boy, Lightning Lass, I guess. I believe there's there's a trio, like Cosmic Boy, Saturn Girl, and Lightning Lass. These are the trios, right? They are basically in charge, quote unquote, of the Legion. And it seems that Lightning Lass has sacrificed him again, because that's a running theme in the Legion. You can look it up on the internet. He sacrificed himself many, many times, I guess. Twice or 3 times maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, she doesn't want to know. But then they are here. And he says, what is this place? The technology defies my analysis. I need time to study. We don't have time, Brainy. What in the blazes is EarthGov doing down here? So then the alarm goes off. And they are being spotted, and it seems that there are unauthorized activity in Genome Fault 16, whatever that is, right? So Brainiac says, we should move now. I think we just tripped an alarm. For a Brainiac, you sure say dumb things sometimes. Well, I agree. All right, but then they are being caught by the Psi cops. I want to say science fiction cops, but no, it's science cops. Anyway. So, but he says, hey, we cannot fight the cops, right? They have some kind of a stance on morality, not fighting cops. I admire that to a certain degree. But then these guys come in, and Venge is with them, right? Ads. Meanwhile, somewhere else in the police headquarters, this woman says, hey, what do you think you're doing here? They want this xenomorph taken up to virology for further tests. Don't make us keep them waiting, especially if there's something contagious to deal with it. And she said, yeah, go ahead. So they're walking into the lift, and, well, it's a triplicate girl, also known as, lame name, in my opinion, called Triad. Well, it's not a bad name, but triplicate girl is way cooler. Anyway, so this girl says, hey, are you Legion? She says, yes. Why have we come up here? Because this is where our ride is waiting. So there's some kind of a door opening in the sky. I said, oh, that's cool. What is it? Well, we're not going to find out yet. So there's a battle here. So Joe, that's his name, his real name. Is it Joe? I believe it's Joe. He says, Venge, you were there glad handing us when we arrived, you two-faced sprock. Looks well. We've got your pet killers on the ropes. You should never underestimate us. But then he just stops him. So Why am I forgetting his name? That's just stupid. Ultra Boy can use one power at a time. He can fly because of the flight rings. Do they still have their flight rings on? Not sure. I believe so. And then he smacks him away into this, well, whatever it is. Yeah, hey, Joe, see? All right. So Saturn Girl says, come no closer, Venge, or your mind. I can get a hold of your mind like something slippery. Of course you can't, my dear. I'm quite frankly the scariest thing you ever met. Okay, that is a bold statement. I wonder who this guy is. I also like his hanging mustache, like here, like he's some old Chinese guy, but then, well, not old. So Wildfire comes in, blasts him with antimatter. But then Venge is pretty badass cool guy. He just walks out of the flames like nothing happens. He says, that was a perfectly good suit, you maggot. I think I'd just tear open your suit and warm my hands of the dying glow of your miserable. But then he's been halted by a quantum kid who can slow his personal time field. So he's just in stasis for a couple of seconds. So Joe comes here and says, hey, I got some drain tunnel. We can escape, right? So they are here. So yeah, this is probably the sewer or whatever that is. But then it's not over. So Venge is can move again. And he says, I take it they fled. We're about to give chase, sir. No need, Abyss. If they had gone in there, they saved us the effort. That's the main waste outflow for the Metropolis reactor. This is French for the reactor control. Initiate a complete core coolant purge. You heard, he says, sir. You heard me. I want 40 billion liters of ultra-toxic irradiated water sluicing down that pipe as quickly as possible. All right. Some danger is going on. I like that. So these guys are going further and further to this waste sludge, walking in. Try to get out. And they hear the sound that, something is coming. And there's an exit. But then they see bones of people that is probably being disposed or maybe experimented on, because wasn't this some kind of a genome fault, right? Wonder what that is all about. All right, so then they say, which surprised me a little bit, look at the hair and the glasses on that skeleton. Is that McCauley? Wait a minute, how do you know that's McCauley? Right? So, impossible. We just saw him a few hours ago. Indeed, but an Omnicom gene scan confirms Umbra's suspicious. It was Leland McCauley. Okay, so they have some scans. I didn't know. But if that's McCauley, who the sprock is running the shows upstairs? So, Chameleon Boy says, or Chameleon, all these stupid names. Well, not stupid, but, the name changing. Just call it how they... Doesn't matter. So he says, we need to get out of here because the thundering noise is getting close. Ultra Boy rips off these fences to get out, right? But then there are, there's some toxic waste below. So I thought, okay, they are in danger. But then he says, well, it just drops away in a huge exhaust pit. There's a lot of toxic bloods down there. I guess the flyers among us can get us up to the lid. But then who knows? Wait a minute. So you're immediately taking away the danger by saying, hey, we can fly. But then Saturn Girl says, hey, we need to get clear of the pipe before the torrent hits us. After that, Greif knows we find a way to escape. So then they hear a voice because, come, the bouncing boy is waiting. So yeah, these are the colors of the bouncing boy character that has a ship. So again, this is a little bit anticlimactic. I mean, there is some danger here. I mean, look at this guy's face, right? He says, I want 40 billion liters of ultra-toxic irradiated water towards these Legion, So it would be cool that we see them, running away, fleeing, getting hurt by the toxic waste, drowning, a little bit stuff like that. And then they escape miraculously instead of, oh, by the way, no need, there's a plane here or a flying thing that they can jump into and they can escape. Yeah, that's a little bit meh, in my opinion. I like this Venge guy. I want to know who he is. I also like that that there is another guy playing the big game upstairs who's now, I don't know, the president. So this could be a cool story, but there's some plus and some plus and minus. How do you say it? Some ups and downs. That's probably the right word. It has the ingredients, but then they are doing, hey, take away all the danger. Although I was excited to see that, right? To see this. Yeah. Okay, guys, let me know in the comments what you think about it. See you next time. Bye-bye.